Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of the Daily Fix. I am your usual host and presenter, Advocate Tulo Hoyane. Parliament's ad hoc committee looking into the Mkhwanazi revelations finally got things going. Oh, but what a shameful start it was. You get a sense that these people that we call parliamentarians don't really know what they are doing. Sometimes people carry the badge of being a parliamentarian, and you sort of assume that, they know what they are up, they know what they are up to, or what the demands of the job are. It was a shameful thing to see on TV. Basic, housekeeping issues, throw the committee into disarray. So that for quite a long time, matters were unsettled over things like whether General Mkhwanazi should take an oath again before this committee, or whether it would suffice for him to have taken that oath before the Matlanga Commission, and therefore that it was not necessary for him to take another oath before the commission. Another thing was whether this was a supplementary statement, or whether it was an original statement, and they went on and on and on to say that, they are not a subcommittee of the Matlanga Commission. It was all typical parliamentary stuff. Unruly, directionless, People, you just see people fueled by egos. That is what parliament is all about. Politicians are always quick to use every opportunity that they get to project their profiles into the public space. But anyway, that is our parliament, and that is how things are out there. But as things got underway, I also got a sense, and this also reinforced my belief, that this ad hoc committee process is a waste of taxpayers' money, and that these parliamentarians ought to be engaged in something else. It is simply a duplication of the Matlanga Commission, and a bad duplication at that. Because what is it that you expect Mkhwanazi to say before the ad hoc committee that he has not said before the Matlanga Commission? Is it necessary that Mkhwanazi must go and rehash the same facts and details that he has already provided in the Matlanga Commission before an institution like Parliament's ad hoc committee? Do we need this ad hoc committee? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think it came into being because people are just driven by egos. You see, Mkhwanazi is the man of the moment. He is the star of the show. So everybody wants to be seen to be, coming close to Mkhwanazi, to align himself with Mkhwanazi, and to be seen to be interrogating the things that Mkhwanazi was disclosing on the 6th of July, to jump on the bandwagon so that it rubs off them, possibly in the run-up to the 2026 local government elections. So, in my own view, and I've always held this view, why is it necessary to have a duplicate process? A duplicate process, as if a duplicate process will achieve anything that the first process has not achieved. So I think it is also unnecessarily burdening Mkhwanazi with appearing before so many forums, especially, a forum as chaotic as parliament, where everything just goes. Our parliamentary proceedings can be so unruly, and leaving you wondering, just what sort of institution that has become, because people will, when somebody raises a point, there'll then be a point of order. There will be, but and it all degenerates into chaos. So I don't think that this process will help South Africa. You see, we are trying to fight a situation here, or to get to the bottom of corruption. And corruption involves the misuse of public funds. So if our goal here is to try and, get to the bottom of the road that led to the misuse of public funds, we cannot, in achieving that objective or working towards that objective, misuse public funds as a means of achieving that. Because this is the misuse of public funds. Mkhwanazi started off by testifying about budgets. We have all heard about this line budgets to the different, departments, or, segments of the police, the different, departments of the police which were under him, and that kind of thing, the organogram of the institution and who reports to who. We have already heard about that, and I suppose now the Mkhwanazi, all that he has to do is just to rehash what he has already told us before the Matanga Commission. Those parliamentarians sitting there cost money. It costs money to have them sitting there quibbling over, the usual nothing that they're always quibbling over. So I think that we have to have a rethink. The nation must be focused on the Matanga Commission, so that we can refocus. We can fully focus ourselves on a single process. We don't want ourselves to find ourselves in a situation where we are saying, what did Mkhwanazi say in the Matanga Commission? What is he now saying before the ad hoc committee? Is it exactly the same thing? That kind of thing. And, parliamentarians being who they are bound to, drag this thing in that, along those, political point-scoring trajectories. And this is not about that. This is about getting to the bottom of, the syndicates that have milked the justice system out of any semblance of, respectability. So this is serious business. But the parliamentary process, I have no faith in it. Just look how chaotic it started. And well, let us see how it's going to unfold in the next few days, but I suppose that we'll be hearing more of the same. This is why it is an unnecessary duplication. Having said that, let me thank you for watching this video. Let me thank you for all the views and subscriptions that I'm seeing. And please have a wonderful, wonderful